Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And here we are going to discuss another topic which is related to generative AI. So, how to generate good prompts. And this is the topic why it is essential because prompts is the method in which you communicate with the AI, and being a good prompt generator can fetch you a high paying job as well as it would help you achieve more productivity in your current role. So it is very essential and it is a skill which is most sought after nowadays. So it is good to know these things. So let's dive deeper and let's get started. I am Kirti and I'll take you to this journey with me. First of all, what is the objective? Why are we going to learn generate prompts? So prompts, what are these prompts? Prompts are, suppose when you are a kid and you are being taught new things. So there are certain words which your parents or your teachers will tell you, and you are supposed to be remembering those terms, and then based upon those terms only you will be recognize what they are expecting. So similarly, uh, what are the questions or what are the important words you need to mention while talking or communicating to an AI is a prompt. And why we need prompt? Because machines generally work in a machine language, and we are human. Machine language is very critical to understand by a normal human being, because as you know, you must have heard about zero and ones, like that is the binary language which a machine understands. But it would be very difficult for a human to understand that entire um, binary language until and unless you are a computer science geek or a scientist. So it is actually difficult for them as well, but it is of no use actually. Why you want to learn that? You want to make your life easier, right? And when we want to make our life easier, that includes communication also. So nowadays computers and artificial intelligence are so smart that they can understand your natural language, and they do this by the help of NLPs, that is natural language processing. And here they would understand whatever you're trying to say in a normal day-to-day language. The language can be anything. It's not about Hindi, English, or any particular local or regional language. So using those normal language which you use in your daily communication with other human beings, you can use that same language to communicate with your machine. And that is the beauty of AI nowadays. And those set of words or orders which you give to the system are known as prompts. So why you want to learn? I just explain you the reason why you need to learn, because you cannot remember everything what a machine language is trying to tell you. So you want to communicate to the machine because now interaction is everything. You want to generate everything. You want to generate a lot of different answers. You want to communicate. You have access to a huge database and a knowledge base, but you don't want to dig deeper everything. But you want to make your life easier. And how? Using the prompts in a normal language. So, writing a good prompt is a very key skill nowadays, and who can write a good prompt is actually the one who can interact with the AI. So, there are multiple ways. AI nowadays evolving, and they're trying to incorporate whatever you are trying to say, but it would be like there should be a structure which is always helpful. So, generating a good prompt in a proper structure is also very helpful. So while we delve deeper into how to structure our prompts, we should also understand what are the main objective of this prompt. Approach very simple way. It's an iterative process, so experiment and also be ethical with the use of the language. You should not be using immoral or non-ethical languages. You should be understanding what kind of implications it can have. So those things you need to keep in mind. And also after you generate a prompt, you should review what it is trying to ask. So it needs to be simple. That is the first thing. That is, like, if you explain to a child. Similarly, you need to explain the same thing to a computer or any artificially intelligent being. So this is the key. Now the fun part. Let's assume now let's see the template or how you can generate a good prompt, a basic template which can be modified accordingly. So first of all, you need to tell following things to the AI to this following manner. So first of all, you need to tell the AI what he's supposed to be assuming, what role is it going to take. So you should highlight that first and say assume the role of, or you are a dash, whatever you want that AI to act like. So you want to ask a question as a recruiter, so you just tell that AI to behave like a recruiter, assume the role of a recruiter. This is the first thing you need to mention. Then you explain what it needs to do. So here you will list out the task, like in an ordered fashion if possible. If it is behaving like a recruiter, so you need to tell that you are having an interview and you want some support in interview preparation, and you are having so and so criteria for interview. So whatever role you are getting interviewed for, you mention that, and ask it to help you for like a questionnaire which you can just simply use. And then you need to give the proper format. So you want the result to be in a table format, or in a paragraph format, or in line or bullet points. So this thing you need to mention. This is the third important point. The important thing is that you need to put that in as detail as possible. So don't forget to mention the detail about the situation. So first you tell them that it is the role you are supposed to be assuming, these are the tasks you are supposed to be doing, then a background story behind the task. If you can tell any important things, like what kind of interview you are having. So it would be like, if you are, suppose you are going to get an interview for a data scientist role, so you tell the AI that you are having so and so much of experience, and you want help in generating some questionnaires which can help you to prepare for an upcoming interview as a data scientist. So it would help you with that questionnaires. Even you can also ask it to provide with some example answers or sample answers, so that could be the like guideline or a template for you to prepare your interview. And then you can just also tell that what format it needs to be used, and what are the important things which it needs to be ignoring, or suppose you want that to be in a document format, so you just tell that. If you want those questions in a tabular format, you tell that question to be put into a tabular format, the bullet points, whatever format you want, you can just simply mention it over there. And if you want, you can give some good examples, so that it is not getting confused and it can infer from using those examples as well. So this is the basic structure, how you can form a very good prompt. And it can be there can be multiple things to be considered, but this is the basic format, and there are so many things which are like supposed to be accounted for, but here I have mentioned only the important points. And then the more you get used to of these things, so you can like simply go ahead and explore a lot. It's an iterative process. It can do a lot of learning by using generating and regenerating. So this is how you get evolved into like generating a good prompt. So giving an imagination is one thing, then providing a role, that is another thing. Giving some examples, it is also very important. The format, that is also very important, and also some details and what task it wants to perform. All these things should be present over here, and keep it as detailed as possible. So suppose you are having an intern who does not have so much of experience, but he or she wants to learn, and you know that they can perform that task, but it is because it is very simple. But intern, you need to explain everything from the scratch, right? So this is the same thing you need to do, because AIs generally are smart, but they are not human smart. So that thing you need to give, and that can be done with the help of a prompt. So I hope this was very useful, and if it is, then share it with your other friends. I'm also going to be sharing the template into a link. So enjoy and explore communicating with the AI. Bye bye.